Hello, sisters. Please help me. I have been in a relationship with this guy for 7 years and we have 2 sons. We live together and he has access to my phone and reads my WhatsApp messages. He questions who the people I chat with are to me and why I tell them I miss them. He sometimes sets an automatic call recorder on my phone just to listen to my conversations. He acts like a security guard. He checks my mobile money wallet and virtually everything. Is this fair? I took his phone one time and uploaded my pictures on his WhatsApp status, which got him so angry when he saw them. He questioned why I did that, and he decided not to talk to me for some time. After that incident, he put a password on his phone. I wonder if he's not cheating on me. I recently chanced on a chat where he asked a lady to prepare food for him because they were going for a program. The lady replied that he should ask his girlfriend to prepare food for him. To my utter surprise, he told the lady that I am not home because I had traveled, while I was just right there in the room with him. Gosh, I really need your advice because we are getting married in a few months. What should I do?
A really interesting scenario there. I mean, 7 years together, you have 2 sons, and the man is acting shady. Let me come to you, Rosina, first on this one. What are your thoughts?
Why have you been there for 7 years? That's my question. Because you see, you're with somebody who is checking everything around you, making you so uncomfortable, which means that basically the gentleman has no trust for you. So I don't know how the relationship, as it is now, carried for 7 years. That's to start with. And then secondly, when you took his phone, my question is, why did you put your picture on his WhatsApp profile thingy? I don't know whether both of you enjoy playing the games, because you are also somebody who snoops around. You go to his phone, you put your WhatsApp picture. It means that you need to find a way of validating yourself. You need to be sure that the man has declared to everybody that, yes, you are his girlfriend or you're the woman in his life. So which means that you're not even confident in the relationship you are in. And then you said you chanced upon a message. I mean, come on. That means that you're also looking. You're also trying to, but just that yours is not as deep as his. And the guy is having a conversation with somebody and says that, can you cook for me? And the person says, oh, let your girlfriend do it. At least the person didn't say, let that woman do it. Or the woman didn't say, let that foolish girl do it. At least the woman recognizes your position as girlfriend. I think that this kind of relationship is just not a relationship. I'm just looking at all the scenarios. And I mean, if you have a man who has a problem with you texting, guys, I miss you, why do you continue with it? And then again, if he texts, I miss you, why should he have a problem with it? It depends on the context, who she's texting and all that. Both of them are suspecting each other. Both of them don't trust each other. I don't know why both of them are together. And you're going to lock this behavior after 7 years with a marriage certificate in 2 months. And we all know that when you get married, some of these little things that are red flags, when they start showing up, they actually get escalated when you're married. So my question is that why did you allow this thing to go for 7 years? To even have 2 children out of a 7-year relationship that has no trust, that has no confidence in each other, that has no respect for each other, that has, I don't know. And then you are worried, you're getting married in 2 months. So what is the advice? Are we supposed to advise you to worry less? Or are we supposed to advise you to get married and it will be okay? Or to advise you that when you get married, it's not going to be okay? Because the fact of the matter is that once you get married to this guy, it's not going to be okay. Because he will still because even as your girlfriend, where you can just get up and leave and go, he is checking everything, including your mobile money wallet. It means that he wants to even make sure that nobody even sends you some 10 Ghana that he's not aware of. I mean, this is somebody who is he's very controlling. This is a serious control freak. I don't know whether you gave him reason to be controlling or he's just naturally a controlling person. But from where I sit, I think that this relationship is just not a good match. So if you are someone who is financially independent, I think that you should either maintain your girlfriend, boyfriend, and then or take your kids and look after your kids, or try, because I mean, trust me, marriage is beautiful. I'm not going to sit here and say that, okay, never get married, or the idea of getting married, the wedding and everything. I mean, somebody will tell me that I'm going through it, so why am I discouraging somebody? However, when you know certain things for a fact, you don't seal it with a marriage. When you know certain negative things for a fact, you don't seal it with a marriage. So in my opinion, from all I've read, all I'll say is that marriage, if I were you, I would not enter it. If I were you, I would try and start thinking independent, emotionally be independent, and at some point, free yourself of him. Because for you to control everything, all the way down to my mobile money wallets, my messages, it's too much. It's way too much.
All right. Well, Tina, let me hear your thoughts on this one. What do you think?
Okay, so Jess, I think that the relationship is very unhealthy. I agree with most of the things that Olivia said. Rosina said. And the thing is that she is the one telling her story. She's the one who has brought her story to the platform. So we haven't heard the other side of what's happening. What I would say is that if he only put a password on his phone after you put up your picture on his phone, then it means that both of you were going through each other's phone. You decided, maybe you just decided that for transparency, for whatever reason, nobody should put a password on their phone. Everybody can go through anybody's WhatsApp. Everybody can do whatever. And so that was the precedence to which the relationship was operating. So you took an action. Okay, you took an action where you needed to validate yourself and put yourself out there. And you realized that, Charlie, if I'm not smart enough, this girl would mess me up where she's not supposed to. So let me just lock my phone. Now, what I'll say is that, like I said, I agree with Rosina 100%. You cannot continue in such a relationship. It's too toxic to seal the deal with marriage. Okay, the two of you will never trust each other. That's the bottom line. There is no trust in this relationship. Nobody is thinking that, oh, this person will not cheat on me. This person will behave in my interest. Everybody is tiptoeing around themselves. Hey, what if he goes to sleep with this person? What if he's cheating on me? What if she's doing this? What if someone is sending her mobile money? Recording conversations. Like, that is the height of untrust, or however you call it. So this is what I'll say, lady. We've heard your side of the story. I'm sure your boyfriend also has his side of the story. Maybe you gave him reason to start all this, and you also have snooped around in his phone. The thing is that the basis of a relationship is trust. And if you lack that, the fundamental thing in your relationship, you cannot proceed to the next level, which is marriage, because that is like the real game changer. That is where, like, you are living with a person 24/7. Maybe you've been doing that already 7 years, but once you put, I don't know, there's something about signing. Once you finish, when you are cohabiting, it's okay, it's also fine. But once you put a pen to that paper, everything changes. So please have a think again. Sit down with your boyfriend. Be candid about your relationship. Bear your soul out to him. 2 months to go. Too much is involved. The two of you, everything boils down to the two of you. Please have a candid conversation and make sure that you are getting rid of all doubts in your head before you go ahead. If 2 months is too short a time, postpone the wedding, okay? And make sure you know that you've done the right thing.
So she didn't actually specify the number of months. She said a few months. But either way, I mean, all your points are valid. Yeah. But anyway, so let me come to you, Olivia. Do you share the same opinions as the ladies?
Yeah, 100%. I see this relationship as a recipe for disaster, if you ask me. I mean, putting pen to paper, signing it off is even like from catapulting the relationship from frying pan into fire. I mean, like, everything, if you ask me, regarding this relationship is wrong. I mean, the foundation of every relationship, like the sisters are saying, I mean, is trust. And there's a big issue with trust between both of you. You already have issues. You don't understand each other. The girl has insecurity issues. The guy is very egotistical. He wants to be in control with regards to everything around you. You can't breathe. And you're also feeling insecure. And I don't even think that there's respect for each other in the relationship. I mean, for him to be texting another lady and insinuating the fact that you're not even next to him and he wants somebody else to cook for him, I mean, how disrespectful can you be in the relationship? Like, Charlie, that's not cool. I mean, look at you. You're probably cooking, cleaning. You guys have 2 kids, and your cooking cry is not even regarded. Just say, like, Charlie, some way. I mean, it's a big deal. But having said that, this whole phone issue, I mean, for your relationship to feel like this regarding a phone can to me in some way, because I mean, for me, as long as you're able to lie on the same bed with somebody that you love, what's a phone? You know, everybody should be able to go into each other's phone without it necessarily being a problem. And the fact that, I mean, he has a problem with the fact that you put your picture on his phone and he's going into your phone, but it's okay. Like, the thing is, what's good for the goose is also good for the what?
Gander.
Exactly. So what makes him think that it's cool for him to go into her phone, check up on her 24/7, but it's not okay for you to do the same? Therefore, he has a password on his phone. Who does that? There's no respect. So if you want to graduate into marriage, honestly, I don't think it's something that you should be doing right now. You guys need to find out what you both want in the relationship. You should stop saying collaboration.
Okay.
Right now, you guys have 2 kids. What kind of example are you setting for these 2 kids who you have in the about to be marriage? Already, the boyfriend girlfriend that's supposed to be lovey-dovey, where is it now? So you guys need to sit down and decide, what do you want? He should stop here, Ninkola Gono, and you to stop your stuff, sit down, have a talk, decide what you want. Do you want the relationship to work? Okay, if you don't want the relationship to work, then please, by all means, move on. We'll never say too much. You guys go hire a counselor who can help you guys solve the problem before you get married. Even this whole thing about pre-counseling, I don't even know whether you guys have even signed up for it, because usually it helps. Even though you've been together for so long, now you're going to take a big step. I think that you guys need counseling. If there's any form of love left between you two and you guys want to remedy the relationship. If not, Charlie, everybody go your separate ways. The fact that you have kids with him does not mean it's a death sentence. Your life can completely move on.
All right. Olivia, thank you very much there for your opinion. I've got a couple of messages coming through on this particular topic, and this one's from Abba. Says 7 years of relationship with this kind of obsession. In fact, the marriage will be a difficult one. You might want to have a rethink, and please put a password on your phone as well, which you shouldn't disclose to him. Ernest says, my sister, this is a big red flag that will not win in an election. Thank God you're not yet married. Kindly walk away from this and let the lady come and prepare his soup for him. Why? He's not faithful. Mustafa says, I know it's difficult to leave a relationship of 7 years with 2 kids, but sweetheart, let me remind you that life is short and freedom de be keke. This is not marriage. You have the opportunity to walk away now because you're dealing with an abusive control freak. Cindy says, hold it. He has access to your phone, but you don't have access to his? This sounds like a one-way street. You are the slave, he's the master. A leopard cannot change its spots. You are in a common law marriage situation. Isaac said, what's preventing you from putting a password on your phone? And the telcos even said time and time again not to give your Momo password to anyone, not even your husband or wife. Ya says, it's because you're staying with him when he isn't married to you. Madam, please leave his house and get a job. Take care of yourself and your sons. Matilda says, I personally don't see this relationship working. What on earth are you guys waiting to tie the knot for? Since you're having trust issues with each other, it's better you walk out. And the kids? And finally, Giovanni says, this is a toxic relationship. He has no conscience. You're lucky these things are popping up as an indication of what will be happening in your marriage. Please leave him. And those are a couple of the comments. But I agree, this is a really tough place for you to be. I mean, a relationship that has almost zero trust will be a very difficult marriage to be in. No doubt. The ladies have said it. Most of these messages are echoing the same, sentiments. So please, dear lady, give this some serious thought.